at the names on that lineup. They're going to shred through you. But will they shred through North is the question on everyone's lips. It's going to be Dust2 again. Back-to-back Dust2s coming in here.
Well,
ooh, okay.
The fight down mid from Liquid is a very audacious early play. Nitro with the support of Naf, everyone just sat there waiting in position as they're going to fire off those warning shots down mid. We saw the initial kill onto AZ, but Kirby looks to try and trade it back, it seems, as he waits for the push to come his way. Flashbang early, gets the spot and at least some info, Blair.
Yeah, I really like what Liquid did there. 3 players with Glocks towards T-spawn. They were expecting an aggro play from North towards mid. Obviously, when you have the USP, you would be favored to win those duels. But when the 3 Glocks looking down at you, it's going to be a problem, especially considering the aimers on the Team Liquid side. Here comes the smoke towards for the CD spawn from mid to B. But Liquid are gathering up for the short play.
Yugi. He is a ridiculous sniper when it comes down to his warping capabilities, but what can he achieve with a USP in hand? Not too much. Twists overpowers him as they push their way through straight away. Yugi down, site control taken, and it's just left on the 3 Musketeers of North to try and mount some kind of a retake. They do have a kit, which will be very effective into the late round, but they still need to get these frags first.
And Kirby, he could find one. But Twist will shut him down. Valde left alone in a 1v5. Makes it a 1v4, but it's not much he can do. And I think he's doing a smart thing, getting the hell out of there. He's got that Kevlar, which he could try and save into the next round, but a very solid start from Team Liquid. And look at the pace coming in from there. They're going in for the hunt here. And Valde, he's going to be found out. Staring to the ground, trying to cross that over, but Nitro is going to be spotting him out, and that would have been a funny sight for him. Liquid win the pistol round in a very convincing fashion.
Yeah, a good way to start it off, obviously, for the Liquid side. The Betway odds actually not that unreasonable. They're fairly close together there, really, providing that there is some leeway for either of these two teams. North maybe having a chance to actually come into this one, obviously being the debate, but Team Liquid definitely being the heavy favourite. In terms of the buy we actually have going through here, 2 Kriegs in play for Nitro and Elige.
Taking a page out of the Furia book, the SGs. Many people don't. I mean, yeah, the spray pattern's obviously much more different from the Augs, but okay, this could be a one-tap heaven for Elige. Unfortunately, it won't spot anyone. The first bullet accuracy on this gun is absolutely ridiculous. As so far, North with an interesting setup. 3 plays towards short, 2 towards mid, looking to get lucky. Elige getting tagged down to 44 HP, and immediately he will disengage from that fight as he is getting hunted down. Nice smoke there to keep them at bay. They have nothing to push on through. If they're going to push on through, it's going to be a shooting gallery for Mr. Elige. Goes for the spray, finds AZ through the smoke, trying to go for the running boost, but Elige having no trouble whatsoever finding the kills as backup is arriving as well in the form of Nav.
Yes, there's Krieg 101 here from Elige as he has kept them stuck in position. This could actually be the ace picked up as well. Gets the 4K at the very least, taken down the end by Kirby, who looks to try and recover the weapon and do some more damage with it in his own hands. But Naf had other ideas in mind. The slaughter with the UMP. Ooh, he wanted to scavenge it, but couldn't quite grab it.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Like if you die with a nade or an object near the gun, you do sometimes struggle to pick it up. But not gonna be too worried about it. He gets his 3 kills. That's $900 inside of his pocket. And for North, though, it is gonna be the buy coming out. No AWPs yet for Yugi, but they do have the Augs. They have a lot of decent sum of utility. Basically smokes and a handful of flashbangs, but no kits as Liquid are gonna be pushing out towards the long.
Oh, Naf, instant out. Takes no damage, completely unscathed for his troubles there. Somehow just flew his way across and was able to tag up Valde, at least put some fear into them as well. But this is an instant reactive play. They're up short already. The smokes have lit up the sky. The flashbangs are across. The Molotovs are crashing down. Yugi suffers the same fate as he hits the DECK, but Kirby responds as he loads the clip into the AUG.
That is such a good, like you just mentioned right now, Jack, it's such a reactive play from Liquid. The second they saw the presence towards long, they just made haste towards short. They get the bomb down. Yes, they have a man disadvantage. Yes, they don't have any utility remaining, but the bomb is down, and there's other 2 plays towards short. These post plants are pretty solid indeed. And for North, they have to make some haste. Remember, they have no kits.
Nitro in a position to try and punish the push, but instead AZ starts to unleash himself a little bit here. They're hitting the shots with the Kriegs, but the retake was actually very nicely done. They were trading for each other. They complement each other on the faces. AZ works his way through with 2 kills into the round, jumps on the bomb as well to get that defuse off. And North, they defend towards the A site. They're not giving that one up for free.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, of course, some casualties being suffered, so they will have to buy back into this. And I hope to see a few kits. There we go, Gade and Kirby. A couple of kits being purchased, a lot of utility as well. UMP will be wielded by Yugi for the time being, and for Team Liquid, however, they're going to have no trouble going for this buy. The Krieg's going to come out again in the hands of NAF this time around, and with the rest of them, AK-47s and the AWP in the hands of Stewie, and I think Elise just has Deagle. That is unfortunate.
Well, we've seen a bit of damage with a Deagle today on T-side Dust2, obviously with the Daytona squad. You give one to a Liege, and we'll see what he can actually achieve as we get into round 4 here. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock as it's early doors into this one. Once again, favouring the play over towards short. Stewie tagged up very heavily already, down to sub 40 HP. Luckily, Bogdan's Law can try and work out here as he still has the AWP.
Good old Bogdan. Well, he's still looking to find something. This nade. Ooh, twist down. The 59 HP, a few shots through the smoke. Hoping to get lucky. As right now, it's a little bit of a standoff here towards the short area. And Team Liquid haven't really pressurized at B bomb side yet. They really do enjoy seemingly enjoy playing towards A, where Kirby is once again ready and waiting. He's got his teammate, that is Yugi, playing towards Goose with that UMP. Can Kirby be a big enough distraction is the question.
Ooh. Flashbang goes over. There's the response with the double molly. Forces them out from close ramp. Yuki taking a ton of damage as well as he sits in position by Goose. Twists with a flashbang assist coming out. Is able to clear out these angles also effortlessly. And now they put themselves into a fantastic spot. You've got full control of the A site. NAF can get the bomb plant down. They've just got to hold for the re-aggression. And North right now are spread so far thin. It's like when you get to the last bit of the butter and you can't quite finish your toast, Blur. It's not good.
Indeed. That was an insta-save. That was an insta-save. The second Liquid got the second kill there. And again, there's 2 Molotovs, flashbangs. Nice little explode execute coming out from Liquid. And that's going to be 3-1. And for North, though, if they can keep his 3 guns alive, they can potentially eke out a buy. I think Gade could probably drop a gun towards Yuki, while Kirby could potentially buy something for himself. But yeah, this is a pretty rough start for North. And a very good start for Liquid.
Yeah, it's a good response instantly as well. Straight back into the action there, just playing with speed. Obviously trying to prove that the weaker knee is still at the A site and that it was a blip in the past as they just delve straight back into the action. Curious to see what they actually do with the loadout they do have now, as it really is a mixed bag, essentially. You've got the 2 AKs on either side, surrounded by the 2 scoped weapons in the Org and the Krieg, and then finally Stewie with the AWP.
Stewie with the AWP. He hasn't really had much to do, to be honest. The rest of his team really doing the brunt of the fragging right now. As North have opted to go for an eco on the other 2 players. Yugi hasn't purchased anything. Nothing's been dropped towards him. They will stick around with the AUGs and the AK, but I say the AUGs and Valde will fall, and they are just getting bullied here towards the long. Yugi's still alive in the smoke, and he's going to be pushing in with a USP, trying to be cheeky, but Twist is there to save his teammate. There is a reply back, though. AZ has found himself a frag. Can Gade and Kirby do more?
Kirby boosted up towards the site. Wants to try and be a little bit sneaky into this one as they get up close and personal. That's where he can excel. But unfortunately, his life is ripped away from him, instantly smacked down by Nitro. And they have a huge advantage, outnumbering them 2-1. At this point, they begin to back off. Gade will find himself an AUG to clutch onto. AZ has an AK. Just leave it. Bow yourselves out of this one, keep onto those weapons, and come back through in round 6. As Team Liquid, they are still overwhelming them towards the A site. They have easy access every round, it seems.
Yeah, they haven't even. I don't think Liquid even know that there's a B bomb site at this rate, right? They just keep going towards A, and North really don't seem to have an answer. Apart from that one round where they had a very nice retake, but apart from that, Liquid, they're just so explosive with the way that they're taking control of this A bomb site. They're hitting the shots, and for North, they might get a couple of kills here and there, but the trades just aren't working out. They're not able to counter whatever Liquid's throwing at them, and yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty rough for the boys from Denmark.
Yeah, it's not a good way to kick this one off. Obviously, that T side giving them more and more confidence as well, getting straight into it when you feel fresh. Normally with the AKs in your hands, but this time with the Kriegs as well, causing the same fate against North. They're being able to just go for these pretty audacious plays, obviously, just fast hits towards that A site. They're very confident in their peaks, and it's working nicely for them. I mean, a good majority of Counter-Strike is just confidence. So if you're willing to actually take those firefights, you're going to be able to win them.
And speaking of taking those firefights, I think it was this interview which Valde gave to HLTV recently where he mentioned how they're feeling much more comfortable with the CT side, especially Yugi being allowed the freedom to go in aggressively and go for those early picks to initiate those early duels, so to speak. And, well, to be honest, it's still been early days, just 5 rounds down. He hasn't had the opportunity to wield his favorite weapon yet, but here we go. He's got the AWP. And right now, again, he's playing a very passive angle towards that A bomb site as Kirby and AZ. 2 quick kills, and that excursion towards mid has been shut down.
Yeah, a good little 2-man setup there. Tasty crossfire, set up easily to be able to not only get the first pick, but also double down, removing a lead from the server as well. And at this point, Team Liquid are now left in much more of a sticky predicament. You've got the 3 versus 5 to work with, a minute on the clock, 2 smokes, 1 on NAF, 1 on Twist, as they set themselves up to try and cast these out over towards the A site. Flash in as well, as they are going to make their play, but it's all been an elaborate ruse. They double back, they go through mid, they get the first pick, but they need the second, but AZ has other ideas in mind, slaughters them both in cold blood there at mid, and NAF has now such a tall order to deal with, Blair.
But he has managed to fall all the way back towards mid. I don't think they're going to be expecting that. And you can see North, they're playing the safe. They don't want to do anything crazy. And NAF won't be expecting a player out wide in the open right like that. Valde with a perfect read finds him. And it's going to be a very crucial round for North. Not only do they win it, but they keep 3 players alive. And money is very crucial indeed. And we do have the dual up setup coming out. Yugi and AZ on the Zoom Bangers.
Yeah, those big green guns looking to try and put a hole through some fools. They're a sniper with a hell of a scope, Blair, and they're looking to try and take out a cop or 2. But let's see if they're going to be able to bring the ruckus into this one as we delve straight back into round 7. They're split through mid. This time, no tags from Team Liquid as they spam their way down. But the peek from Stewie, he wasn't ready for AZ to just sprint straight in with the AWP. And that's the opener they needed. But they're still confident for more.
That was, I'm not sure if the flashbang was from Gate. No, it wasn't from Gate. It was, I think, AZ self-flashing himself in, and that was such a good flashbang. I think Stewie probably got a drop on him, but the flashbang caught him jumping, and AZ with a beautiful peek, winning the initial duel. And that's something that North need more often, getting these man advantages early on, and trying to capitalize on it. AZ, this time around, repositioning himself, floating out towards mid. He's got backup as well in the form of Kirby in case there is a presence towards mid. But look at Liquid, though. Still towards Suicide and top mid with a minute left on the clock.
Again, Team Liquid setting their gaze over towards short. That's where the majority of their rounds have found success, leading them in towards the A site with their heavy hits. Molotov will at least buy some more time for North, really running that clock down to its last few seconds. Oh, the nade as well is absolute filth. Shrapnel rinsing its way for everyone on the Liquid side. This is not a good position to be in. And there's a follow-up. Ooh.
Ooh! That's a right on the chin for Nitro. I love that from Valde. Waiting out, timing the nade with the Molotov, and they're just getting bullied by utility. And 22 seconds on the clock, Liquid just might have to go for a save here. This is North pretty much guaranteeing themselves a round only with utility.
Yeah, it's actually quite mad they've been able to find some success, right? Literally off 2 nades from the A site. That was a pretty rough one. Kirby pushing down, clearing towards the stairs. Doesn't want any Harry Potter shenanigans from the cupboard under the stairs. As he gets the first, looks for the second. Kirby's just overthrowing everyone. Will go down, luckily. NAF stays alive, doesn't die after time, and also gets away with an AWP as well. But the scoreline now getting closer once again, 4-3.
And yeah, and what I loved about that is the fact that if Liquid had kept all the 3 players alive, they would have stood a much better chance of winning this round. You know, even if the other 2 players, they probably would have bought up, forced it up. But now with just 1 op surviving, it's not going to be a buy. So getting those 2 kills at the end pretty much guaranteed North another round. And that is such a smart play coming out from the Danes.
Now NAF, coming into this with Europe, has to have those hero plays. The 12th highest rated player over the entire event on LAN, going back into this with a 1.18 rating. Let's see if he'll be able to show exactly why that rating is so high, if he can pop off going into this one. As he looks for the early opener. leading the whole pack. It really is the wolf pack unit, the group's bombardment from Team Liquid. Again, towards short, they love attacking towards this A site. They have not favored B. Obviously, the one opportunity they went for, they were smited by the AWP of AZ, but he's repositioned now. He's lying wait in A, and he might have a similar affair go down into this one.
Yeah, I'd like to see them be a little bit more adventurous towards the B bomb side. I haven't tested it enough. But then again, you know, it's still 4-3 in favor of Team Liquid, as Naf with the AWP, he does have the smoke and a Molotov as well. He's the only player who has anything to work with. Elige with the P250, but that's about it. The rest of his team are on Glocks. So Naf has to find this opening pick to make anything work for his team. And right now, North are not really being adventurous with the way they're positioned here. Very passive setups. We have a pretty much default 3-2 setup here, but it looks like it's going to be a B play, and it's going to be a very enjoyable time indeed for Gade and Yugi. Gade's going to be making contact first with the AUG. He finds Nitro. He's going to peek out wide as a question because there's a player ready and waiting for him. Actually, it's going to be Yugi with the AUG. A nice shutdown coming out. There are no casualties at all for North to make it 4-4.
That was a glorious round from Gade. Very nicely played, obviously knowing when and where he needed to peak, not overextending himself, not falling into any traps as well, just complimenting his teammates. And in the end, that gives North the advantage they need to pull this one back into a 4-4 game. Team Liquid delving straight back into it though. With the arsenal they have this time around, there is one thing lacking, the AWP on Stewie. However, really, it's not had much of an impact, right? He's had one frag so far into the game. The AWP hasn't really given them that much of an edge when he's had it in his hands. Normally, he can be very effective with it, but into today's matchup, struggling in these early few rounds. Now on an AK, I prefer this. I think we can see more of that level of aggression we saw coming out previously, where they were going hard and fast. That was working way nicer for them. The edge they had just charging in, the confidence was there. Maybe we'll see a bit of a return to that.
Once again, presence from Liquid towards short. The only round they went B, well, was on that eco full-fledged, and now Kirby and AZ. They've been this 1-2 wombo combo between these two teammates have been working on great. Kirby with the they've done this again in the past. First nade, and then the second time nade. This time around, it's not going to find, well, at least the second time. The first nade did, however, do a lot of damage. That being said, will Liquid finally find success on the B-bomb side? They are slowly gravitating towards there. Unfortunately for them, Kirby's towards CD spawn, ready to rotate, and there are two players sitting inside of the bomb site.
Gade. Oh, this could be crazy. I mean, he's up close and personal. Unfortunately for him, Stewie actually spots him out with the AK and gets the kill. Yugi pushes back in. Yugi going big there with a double kill. Naf will trade it. You leave yourselves into a 3 versus 2. Nitro with the swing and the near miss, as he could have taken down AZ and secured the round so easily for them. Instead, they fall back into a 2-on-1. AZ, though, not looking like he really fancies his chances going into this, was trying to spot the feet on the cross. Instead, just backs off. Really, Liquid have secured themselves another one. He does have a kit, but it's not worth it. They're going to give that one back over. And finally, they've head on over to B, and they put on a bit of a show for us.
Yeah, and it's not like there was no defense. There were two players, one player towards mid, two players towards the B-bomb side, but the trades go their way. And Liquid taking the B-bomb side. And for a moment there, Jackie, I kind of believed in Yugi. It was, it was reminiscent of some of those moments I've seen him have back in the previous teams he played on, where he would just go off with AWP. 2 nice shots, but it was not to be. Gets traded, and I think AZ did the right thing with the op going for the save. So Team Liquid finally going to this B bomb side in a much more convincing fashion, and they win it as well.
Yeah, I've always been a huge advocate for Yugi and sort of the play style he had, where it was always very reminiscent of the older sort of Kenny S style, in your face, fast, flashy. I remember, obviously, with the Pro League debut where he came into things as well, quite a long time ago now, funnily enough. It's the fact of, I always just wanted to see him playing with that style more and more, and obviously trying to fit in that sort of essence that he has in his own style into the game. So it's always fun when you see glimpses of the true Yugi when all the pieces come together. North, though, opting to take themselves a little bit of a tactical timeout here, slow things down, reassess the situation going back into it. They do still have the AWP on Yugi, one for AZ as well. The rest of the squad rocking the AUGs, and an acceptable amount of utility across the board.
It has been pretty back and forth, hasn't it? The first 5 rounds, 4 of them going the way of Liquid, but then the last 4 rounds, 3 of them did go the way of North. So 5-4. although that being said, even though the scoreline is so close, it does look like Liquid have been a better team, hasn't it? Like when they win, wins so convincingly, and when they do lose, it's North, able to pull off something crazy. Or bear in mind that the majority of the rounds in North have won. At least 2 of them have been against Liquid on kind of like a half buy or an eco. So 5-4, Liquid looking to solidify the lead, have a bigger one here. And once again, they're going back to their pretty much their bread and butter, just holding towards top and mid, getting control of tunnels, ensuring that North don't really aggress much towards tunnels to get much information, and then go for this late or mid-round, late play towards the A-bomb side.
2 smokes out towards long early. This could actually cause a bit of panic from North as well, depending on how they opt to play around this. Tons of flashbangs as well. It's the old very game style of literally empty a basket of flashbangs at long and see what position you panic the opposition into. They flash themselves out. Twist actually getting blinded on the contact as they push around. Valde with a tasty angle, makes it work, gets one with a flick up on the headshot there on Naf. Yugi starts to aggress down as well. The nade could be critical, Blair.
Good night. Twist is out for the count, and Valde is looking for more. Bear in mind, he has taken no damage yet. But I say that, and Stewie will decapitate him. Yugi now with the op. The flashbang is perfect. That's going to allow Stewie to know where he is. And he's going to peek out on wide. I thought he would get that kill on Kirby, who somehow stays alive. But the man advantage definitely firmly in favor of North in a 3v2 as Nitro finds a frag.
Nitro coming up from long, switches from AWP to AK Yuki. He misses it. It was the opportunity for him to hit the shot there instead. Goes down. You leave yourself in a 2 versus 2. They're susceptible to the attack here, though. Nitro only has 6 HP. Luckily enough, the HE is going to whiz by him. The Molotov ignites the site. Elige, burning to death, gets punished by the AWP of AZ. And it eventually will extinguish, allowing them to get the defuse up, save the double AWP setup, and get themselves a 5th round. Talk about it being back and forth.
Where did AZ even come from? Comes out of long like a magician out of nowhere. Finds 2 kills. The second one even being a wall bang, I believe it was. And, well, kind of digging North out from what looked like was going to be a pretty sticky situation there. 5-5. And yeah, I mean, we sound like a broken record right now, but it has been very, very back and forth indeed. Even though the bomb is planted for Team Liquid, money is not going to be that great at the moment. But that's going to allow them to at least go for a number of Desert Eagles. P250 in the mix as well, and a pretty decent sum of utility. I'm expecting to see a much more explosive play coming out here. It's going to be towards short, why not? They have a ton of flashbangs to toss in towards A, and who's waiting for them? It is going to be Yugi with the AWP.
Well, will the deco give them any type of an edge here, hitting them with a fast speed as they go for the Ferrari peaks, bombarding their way towards the site, but Yugi is quick on the draw, looking like a hardcore sniper, barely misses the final connection there, but Kirby will bail him out from a bit of an awkward spot, and there's the killing blow. The last shot from Yugi, rounding it out to a nice hat trick of frags with the AWP, as North eventually take the lead, setting it in stone as a 6-5 scoreline now.
6-5. And a lead is a lead, right? And they just had 1 casualty there as well. For Liquid, I can't really blame them for that play. That made complete sense. Flashes raining out, but Yugi doing a very good job. After he got flashed initially, kind of felt like the pace, the spacing on the flashes were not the best it could have been for Liquid, or else he could have been blinded much longer. I think they used up all the flashes early on, but look at this, Kirby holding a close angle. He just finds one though, as Naf will get the trade on towards mid. So 4v4, but look at Valde. This is insane from him. 1 minute and 33 seconds on the clock, and he's going to make his way towards top mid. But does he notice a player right behind him? The timing on that is just insanity. As Stewie has no idea where Valde is, and he could just throw a spanner in the works here. Elige caught on the open. Valde, he's not going to have any safe trigger finger. He's going to go for the fight. Finds the both of them. And now Stewie, he knows where he is. He's got to get this kill. But the scope has been heard on out, and Valde peeks on out, but Stewie somehow comes out on top.
But that's ridiculous. The fact that he got the first 2 kills, Stewie as well, with the timing of the unscope, it seemed like it was going to happen. He was set up for it. Literally the most reactive play we could have hoped for going into that, right? You instantly realize there was some kind of presence. You've gone for the push outside of long. Not only have you cleared it and got the read of where they're situated towards, you slaughter 2 of them. You leave them damaged as well. A weakened Stewie now has to fight his way out, and he is going to be crushed through. Twists left to try and save the day. Can the young Russell actually bail him out from this position? Barely missing as he fires back with a Kalashnikov. Hits one, takes down Gade, looks for more as he needs to crash hack his way through some more craniums. AZ trying to bail out of there. Yugi as well with a flashbang over from short, makes his presence known. AZ goes for the peak, doesn't quite spot it, twists, fights it, goes for the face, literally bouncing back and forth as they swarm together. They're giving him the 1v1, but AZ, he's hit that shot how many times now?
I have lost track, but my lord, Twist is such a freak of nature. I mean, the way he played that was just insane. So well played. And if he got that shot onto the player coming out short early on, I would have put all my money on him winning that 1v1 at the end against AZ. But so well played. Unfortunate for him, not able to get that initial kill earlier on. And AZ, what a star has been this game. And with the AWP of all guns, 13 frags for him, 96 ADR, and just 3 deaths in 12 rounds. That's some pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah, it's mad of actually how much impact he's had into these rounds of being able to come in at the last second, especially towards that A site. It's mostly been from long and just completely backstab and close things down. The double AWP setup has been working wonders for North. And this time as well, it's some early Yugi action. Towards long, peeks out, you get the opening elimination on towards Elige. Good night, Elige. What can Team Liquid do from here? 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. There's a singular flashbang remaining on Nitro, and all 4 of the Musketeers, the brothers in arms, are bound up, ready to fight towards the A site.
As they make their way up, like you said, just a 1 flashbang, and this could be a firing range. Kirby unscopes at the worst moment possible. If someone recovers and he finds one, but that's all he'll find, as Valda is going to slaughter the rest of them. 3 headshots back to back. Thank you very much. 8-5 for North. And they're heading towards a pretty damn good half here, Jackie. They could easily make this 10-5 because Liquid seem to be kind of running out of steam into the second half of this, well, first half.
That's true. It feels like it has been a little bit of a slowdown of pace, right? Considering the fact they're still going for a very similar type of execute towards the A site, most of their rounds having the same type of early baseline. They need to switch things up. They've got to adapt a little bit here as North have their number now and they're being able to beat them out. That double AWP setup has set such a big precedent. It's an early flashbang in towards the B site, at least from Nitro, to try and set a bit of a ruse. You've got a 3-player setup there, and AZ, he's been on the roam the entire game, now over close towards front tunnels. If he does actually push in towards upper, they could clear this and get a big read. Everyone grouped up at mid, bar Stewie, who just lurks towards lower.
And North have an inkling. They have an inkling that Liquid finally might be heading towards the B bomb side, right? They have an inkling they might be abusing towards mid at B, which is why you have 4 players. Look at that now, 3 players towards mid because of all the presence and all the utility being deployed by Liquid towards mid. But once again, Liquid, after the initial volley of bullets being sent down towards mid, will start to aggress towards an A bomb side, especially towards short, getting control of it, clearing out the close angles with the Molotovs. But North, this CD side, at least this particular round, has been like an amoeba, just like undulating and moving and flowing and changing up. And the end of it, it's going to go back to the same old default: 3 guys towards long, 2 guys towards B. But Liquid this time haven't quite committed. They are flowing all the way back towards long here, where there's 1 player ready and waiting. It's the man himself. It's Valde.
I think they've spooked them though, Blair. That mid to B smoke caused the rotate from Kirby. He's now playing on top of the box. Valde needs to stay alive if he can at least get 2 kills, which he does excellently. That's the bomb dropped as well. Kirby comes into effect as he shuts down the mid to B push. Somehow they just hit every shot that they needed to connect. Yugi might not though, misses, but luckily there's the trade from Valde, and it all comes down to Elige. 7 seconds. Unless he could teleport, he isn't going to get that bomb. And at this point, it's just about survival.
Yeah. He's probably wishing he had a portal gun right now, but unfortunately he's stuck towards Goose. Will stay alive. That's crucial. Going into the final round of this first half, Jackie, would you believe it? North 9-5, and within spitting distance of making it 10 rounds, and they could very well make it happen. Liquid have looked a little toothless in his past few rounds. And again, some very good positioning and some very proactive/reactive plays coming out from North. Like you could see the way they're playing towards mid. The second they saw a lack of presence towards mid, they went back towards long, where Valde was crazy. This time, however, much more faster pace being set by Liquid.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just brute force it this time around, as it wasn't working to their previous attempts of playing it a little bit slower. They sprint out towards long. They try and battle down. Stewie with the Galil getting himself an advantage as he connects that headshot back onto Valde. It's a 4 versus 4. He's lost a sliver of HP, as he has been shot in the leg and at least tagged up somewhat. Yugi's low, but they can boost him up towards the site if they can decide who's going up.
I'll love to see it. AZ, he has been great so far, Jackie. Can he do more is the question. Oh. Yes, he can. Finds Stewie looking for more peeks on out wide, but Twist is there to find the head. It's 3v3. Molotov's raiding his Kirby. Finds Nitro. Kirby finds Twist as well. It's all in Elige. He's got the SG. 1v3 with the Krieg. He knows where one player is. He's got to find the frag. Finds Gade. Yugi, internally hemorrhaging on 17 HP as well. He's managed to creep his way up towards slope, but Elige repositioning himself. He's been quiet so far, just 7 kills for him. Can he make it 9 is a question. He doesn't know where the second one is. He has an inkling where Kirby is though. Spots on Yugi. The flick shot comes in. It's a 1v1 now. He's going to go for the reload. Kirby going in for the hunt as well, both in 2 frags apiece. Looking for the sword, but Kirby's going to come out on top. 3k for him, and North are going to get round number 10.
So close there for Elige, trying to prove why he is that 10th highest rated player coming into the tournament out of everyone here, but he couldn't quite do it. 10-5 is the scoreline. There is still a whole another jam-packed half to come. Tune back in after the break. Well, here we are back in Team Liquid versus North, the second half to round out what has already been, I think it's safe to say, a fairly interesting opening map here for us, as it's been pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, we might potentially see, if you look at the results we've seen so far, this could potentially be the first upset of the tournament here, as North really making a statement early on. 10-5 the lead they have. They would obviously be looking to win this pistol round as well. We do have Gade with a smoke and a flash, AZ with a P250 and a flashbang for himself as well. For Team Liquid though, a couple of flashes and a kit on Nitro, as we do see this A split coming in.
Well, let's see if this calculated attack towards the A site works out any better for North than it was doing for Liquid. Valde, he was beautiful on the CT side, but the T side is even more of a machine. Somehow, he finds himself 3 kills already. It's a one-man army, Blur.
He calls, he frags, he attacks, he protects. What more could he ask for the man, as the last 2 players remaining are going to be Mr. Stewie 2K and Nitro, as Nitro's going to be the last player left alive. And yeah, this turn's pretty much done. He does have the kit. He's got no Kevlar. He's got 3 people to find. Did he just hit the shot into gate while jumping? I don't even know. He's looking for more. Spots out another player. That's going to be Yugi, but Valde is there to save his teammate. 4K for Mr. Valde, in-game leader as well. And with that, he gets 20 frags on the board. 20 kills for him, mind you, while calling as well. And this is the Valde I kind of seem to have missed seeing all this while, because he has kind of been quiet, comparatively quiet after he started taking up the reins of being an in-game leader. And looks like Mr. Valde is back.
And it's a good return to form to see as well. Just at the right time, going into the tournament, ranked at number 17 out of the highest ranked players. And he's performing. I mean, he's hitting the shots that we needed to see. He's just absolutely demolishing his way through. The CT side was phenomenal. To open it up on your T side with a pistol like that as well, it is a showstopper. And it is also a precedent that you want to set. It's one of those rounds that for Liquid, you're going to be really having to regress instantly. In a Liege, he's doing something quite stealthy, quite cheeky, Blair. Oh no!
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Gade, so lucky to stay alive. Liege, he had a drop on him. That should have been a free frag. Unfortunately, it does the damage, but doesn't quite get the kill. As Naf trying to be cheeky. Twist does. Okay. Twist with a deagle. We've seen this before. 2 headshots back to back. And now it's a 3v2. He's going to be aggressing in even further. Picks up an AK-47. He knows where Gade is. And Gade's internally bleeding, praying that the Grim Reaper doesn't come for him. And he will somehow win the duel. How do those bullets not even connect? Someone tell me.
Twist does what a Liege couldn't. However, when it comes down to it, when it gets to the real crunch, he couldn't quite follow through. Stewie's going to be spotted out as well. Kirby with a backstab as he hides in the shadows. At this point, you have been able to inflate that scoreline so much. It's 12-5. Most likely going to be a 13-5 half. It's crazy that, you know, the way we're actually already getting into this one. North are soaring ahead. Liquid, the #1 team in the world, the top dog, well, the top horse, you might say. But they need to do some damage here, Blair. It's got to come through right now. If they're going to reinvigorate themselves, we need to see it soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, Liquid does tend to freeze in the north, so could that be the case we're seeing over here is the question. And by the way, I think Gade's just sitting on 4 frags, 7 deaths. He hasn't really seen much action, and he hasn't had to, right? The B play from north, here they come exploding on out. As it's just, yeah, Nitro's alone with the USB. Unfortunately, he is not in a good spot to win any of these duels. So it should be a free round for North here. Liquid would be probably just going in, aggressing in, trying to find some kills, maybe pick up a couple of AKs or whatnot for the following round. But North, my word, 13-5, Jackie. What a statement.
Yeah. As of this round as well, it's the fact that North have basically found a welcome mat down at the B site and invited themselves in, and they're now rubbing their dirty boots all over the players on Liquid, just smashing their way through them with a quick amount of slaughter. It actually gets fairly close at the end there, falling into just a 2 versus 1 versus Twists, but it's still another round for North.
It's not fair how good Twist is with tapping heads. You know, it just moving that mouse around, aiming that crosshair in the head, just tapping. He is just so good at that. Unfortunately, it's not enough because 13-5. North now need 3 more rounds out of the remaining 12 regulation rounds to close this one out. However, that being said, CD side Dust2, Liquid do have the AWP in the hands of Naf this time around instead of Stewie, who was wielding it on the T side. And of course, the AUGs have come out to play as well.
These AUGs need to have a big impact for Liquid into the round, as they finally have a strong arsenal to match the level of skill that this team has. But it depends on if they can actually connect their shots with them and be able to overthrow North going into this one. Naf on the Shoxy angle, misses the initial shot, actually gets tagged as well. Bitten back as Yugi is hungering for it. Still looks like he wanted to try and take another peek and fight again. Instead, they just smoke it off and cause a little bit of a distraction play. A seed of doubt planted in the minds of Liquid as they work their way out through mid, Blair.
The fact that Naf stuck around and he didn't see anyone the second the smoke bloomed should be kind of a tell to the rest of his team that something's happening. Now, the way Nitro is playing this B bomb side alongside Stewie. They're both trapped inside a site, so they can get pressurized. I would like them to I would like them to go outside of the B bomb side and take a fight somewhere. Instead, Flash is raining and Stewie hugging the wall. He finds Kirby somehow, finds another one on Duvaldi. The bomb is dropped as well, and just like that, the bomb is dropped in the B bomb side, and Gate and AZ are too far away to push it, and Stewie's playing it so smart, pushing out, waiting for the flashbang, runs out of bullets, but that's okay. Unleash is there to save his teammate. What a hole by Stewie. How did North not win that one?
That was a stressful round. The fact that he even got to that position, I mean, Stewie literally, his back against the wall, obviously the pressure, probably the sweat dripping from his brow as he's able to find the flick up, gets the second kill that it feels like never should have happened, continues on to salvage the round, saved by the bell of Elige as well, arriving on the scene as his comrades arrive to bail him out. Little bit of a shake there from Elige on his mouse, trying to pump himself up. Bit of a head bob as they need to wake up into this one. That was the round that is a bit of an exclamation mark. A start, Blair. But they can't end there. They need to get each and every going forward.
Yep, and, well, this could very well be the start as well. Okay. Was that through the smoke? Yeah, looks like it. Anyway, Twist finds a kill. He is getting pressurized. Fortunately for him, he's got backup in the form of Mr. Elige. I take his name, though, but Kirby will find the frag as Twist is looking for more. He is getting hounded. Going to be playing towards the pit. He's got backup in the form of Naf with the AWP and Stewie walking up as well. The AWP is going to find the first one to Kirby. Last player alive is Yuki, and there's nothing much he can do. Just one casualty for Liquid. And they need to win rounds like these a little bit more convincing and just slowly but surely start that grind to claw their way back to the 13 rounds of North.
Yeah. With the cash they actually had, luckily enough, Kirby had built himself up a bit of a bank, around 7k, so he drops over an AK back into this. They can instantly reinvest and get the buy up. Yugi demoted down to just the UMP, but, I mean, it's not the worst weapon in the world. If you can wield it effectively, you can still do a ton with it. Now, this is the more curious part, Blair. Are they actually going to go for a full frontal assault towards B this time again?
I want to see it. I want to see it. I haven't seen enough of B action coming out here from both the teams. And although that being said, North did manage to play for go towards the B bomb side more times, I do believe, in the second half than Liquid did in the entire first half. Stewie is all alone. If North had gone for a faster play, I believe they could have taken that bomb site, because you have an AWP, sure, but it's going to be really hard to shut it down all by yourself when there's no backup anywhere nearby. And even now, they have two players towards short. Although that being said, I think Nitro is going to drop on down towards CD spawn. There we go. He's going to be heading towards mid, because there has been a little bit of presence towards the B bomb side. He saw the Molotov being tossed in all the way towards B plat, but it's just a ruse, Jackie. Was North making their way towards mid.
Yeah, they've been lampooned. It was all just a dream. Let's see where it goes from here. 50 seconds on the clock. North hoping to try and secure themselves that 14th round going forward. The mid to B smoke goes up. They respond by getting the short smoke off from Team Liquid. The game of push and pull, the tug of war here between Stewie, misses the shot onto Kirby, gives him the opportunity to beat back. Mid to B execution coming out. The entire site is open. This is completely theirs. North have taken the B site.
That's a round. That's the round right there. I don't blame Stewie for going for that play, but it's a high-risk maneuver, right? If it got that frag, sure, he would have got to control the tunnels, and then the B bombs would be much more retakeable. But yeah, if he goes down, that's the round done and dusted, and that's literally what happened right there. I would have liked him to go for that play if he had a teammate, if a teammate had rotated over and, he'd played it together, like to push it together, that'd be lesser of a gamble. But yeah, that's pretty much a play which decides if you have a chance in a round or if you pretty much lose a round, and that's unfortunately not going to be panning out right for young Steward 2K. 14-7, Jackie. Double the rounds Liquid has, and they need 2 more rounds to close this one out.
1 round away from overtime. 2 rounds away from the game being done. And then beating out Liquid. And what a way it would be for them to actually open this up as well, right? You come into it, Liquid, the team that has made 2 finals in a row, both times losing out to Astralis. If they were to take a loss this early on into the tournament, the passing of the torch might be coming quicker than we think, Blair. But we're going to have to wait and see if it carries on in that form. Back into it now, round 22. The Molotov goes out early. It forces Kirby to bombard his way out towards blue. Naf getting a bit more aggressive. The quick Texas two-step as he bombards his way around short. A double molly to try and keep him alive so he can back off and get out of there. The nade could do it. Oh, AZ, just slightly too far away. Gifted a Molotov, getting blown back by the HE. Oh, 3 HP!
I don't even. But in the meantime, Valde and Kirby, ooh, oh my lord, the timing on that, unfortunately for Liquid, they will recover right in time. Nothing twists with a quick 2K. A piece. Stewie finds AZ looking the wrong way. And this is Liquid I expected to see much earlier on the CD side of theirs. Now, that worked out great for them. Liked seeing it, they're winning the duels and everything, but has it happened in time is the question on everyone's lips, right? They still need a number of rounds to crawl back into this game. They need to win 6 in a row to tie things up at 14. And for North, they have the money to make this happen. And because of the fact that they have such a huge lead, it gives you so many opportunities to try for something crazy. And one of those rounds just might work out for North.
Yeah. That's the thing. They have a buffer, and it's such a big buffer as well, so it's not like they're really in a position where they have to scrimp and scram and save on every round and get paranoid about the plays they want to go for. They can afford to just go for something a little bit audacious, just throw caution to the wind and really do something quite tenacious if they want to, and it would probably pay off eventually one of these times. It just depends on Team Liquid making mistakes. Now, North into this one. Basically the North Snake slivering its way down through lower, over towards mid. Once again, possibly foreboding another mid to B play coming out here.
That could be the case, but since they have a lot of time, they could make the presence felt towards short as well. They have a few flashbacks to expend, which they can use to try and just kind of make the presence felt there. And you see the reply nade coming out from Team Liquid. They do have a nade, and they're going to be using the last Molotov they have remaining here. Final nade being tossed in as well. Now they just have the flashbangs, 5 flashbangs and 2 smokes for Team Liquid to keep this push at bay. And with 46 seconds remaining on the clock, there's a lot of options opened up for North. They have control of short. They know there's no one towards B tunnels as well. They know there's no one playing up close towards mid. What do they do here is the play. The smoke's going to be pouring in towards an A bomb set, but it's all a ruse. They're going to be heading back towards the B for the mid to B play with the 2 players ready and waiting, Jackie. It's going to be Stewie.
Oh, Stewie gets the flashbang out, goes for the peak, but he wasn't ready for Gade. He got up close and personal to Gade! How does he get the follow-up frag? Glides through the air. Not only was he high in the sky, he had a high skill ceiling into that one as he rips off another head and puts them into a position to secure the 15th round now.
How does it even happen? How does it even happen? Nitro just gonna be fuming right now. As Twist and Naf with an AWP, not the best weapons to go for this retake with. He does have a kit to work with. Tries to bait out something, but AZ is there to decapitate him, and AZ, there's no stopping this man this time around. 3K for him, and picks up an AWP as well to pass on to his teammates, or he can just wield it as well. This man's an unstoppable monster at this point in time.
Absolutely giving it into that round. North cutting down the competition just brutally. The way they've taken that is an absolute tilt. The fashion in which Gade was able to somehow get that kill. He's only got 6 kills to his name into this game, but they've all actually been pretty big, impactful frags, and that's the crazy part about it. North, back into this one, wanted to try and keep that high tempo going. They take the fight towards long, but Yugi, he's not going to cut down the competition today.
And bear in mind, they are playing a Team Liquid. The best, currently #1 ranked team in the world. So even though they have 7 map points to work with, they shouldn't get too ahead of themselves. They need to try and close this out as quickly as they can. For Team Liquid, backs to the wall. They want the win, they need to make it to overtime. That means they need to win 7 rounds in a row on the CT side, and that is no easy task indeed. As North, they are a man down early on, but it look like they're going to be going towards mid, where guess who's waiting? It's Nitro with the AWP.
Oh, in the window, gets the instant snapshot off, the rapid reactions. Valde, dazed and confused as he sprints his way across, trying to get into a bit of a position, is punished by Nitro. And they're crumbling. The Warriors on the side of North, they're not able to fight their way through. Their axes give them no edge into this one, as it is just AZ that remains, sprinting out of there, trying to get into position to, if at the best opportunity, can clutch onto this Krieg and go through into the next round with a bit more firepower. If not, just try and do something here. If he can punish the Team Liquid players, they have very low cash, Blair.
They have. Every kill he gets is going to be instrumental, but Naf will not miss that shot. And that's the thing, when Liquid wins these rounds, it looks so very convincing. It's just that some of the rounds earlier on where it could have gone either way, it was North coming out. A little reminiscent of how G2 and the Greyhound game went as well. Like a few of those rounds, if it had gone the way of G2, of the Greyhound, I'm sorry, it could have been a very different picture altogether. But right now, North, it is a little curious, right? Gates sitting on 6 frags and 12 deaths. It's like a 0.5 KDA, but his team's leading 15-9. He really hasn't had to do much. And like you said, a couple of those crucial kills, like, you know, just you come flying around a corner, mid-air headshots. Why the hell not? I mean, that's more than you can ask off the man. And we can see Valde on 24. He has kind of quietened down towards the second half, but he hasn't had to do much. It's been Yugi, AZ, Kirby, everyone, so many impact frags, even Gate as well. Sure, the frags don't look that many, but each and every one of these frags have been very instrumental in his team getting to map and match point here. Is Team Liquid. What can they possibly do?
Round 25, with nothing really in their arsenal and just pistols to play with, do they have some prowess to pull out? Naf, up close and personal with the AWP, using that sniper like a shotgun, misses the initial contact, does dash out the Molotov though, and Stewie's there at the slaughter, surely. The spray down should be coming through. Naf punishing with a pistol. They trade it back quite nicely, but Alicia's already on the scene, and he is kicking up a fuss. Beats down Gade, and it's all up to AZ now to try and bail them out, but no, not a single chance. Twists, a tasty shot, 15-10 as you'd expect off the back of that round. At least there was still a bit of confidence from North, but this is where they have another chance to win it. The reinvestment coming back through.
I like that push from Elysian Stewie to just push into the B-bomb side, not allow AZ to get himself into a more comfortable position with the AWP. You can see the second he peeked out, there was a bullet waiting for him with his name written on it. So 15-10. Liquid winning these rounds convincingly, Jackie. But they still need to win more. They need to win 5 more in a row. And look at the proactiveness coming out from them. 4 players towards the long early on, as they will be tossing a lot of utility, allowing Twist to set up a camp here towards long. Always lonesome.
Liquid. There is no room for error, no room for mistakes into any of these rounds. It all has to be completely flawless from them. Already a fair bit of utility used there. Everything that Twist had to try and delay the push towards long into this round has already been expunged out, as he's thrown his smokes, his Molotovs, and his flashbangs. And there is a 3-player trifecta waiting outside. Luckily, the rotation comes in from Elysia just the right time, as there is potential for North to do some damage here towards long.
North, with a minute on the clock. Like I said, they have taken the time, but the amount of utility Liquid have expended taking long and holding it has been so much. But the double smoke's going to be blooming towards long. The wall has been set up, but there's a man beyond the wall. It is going to be Elish pushing in through the smoke with a perfectly timed flashbang from Naf. He's looking for more. He gets a dink in, doesn't get the kill, but Valde now bleeding on 4 HP, and they still have Twist alive in the pit. Although he's also kind of low on 10 HP there. Okay, then.
You've got the 2-player setup here of Gade and Yugi, both waltzing in just happily towards the B side. Wait, there's Gade!
He saw it. No.
Surely he saw it. No one looking down underneath window. Finally, the adjustment from Yugi. He gets the headshot off on towards Nitro. Now, Stewie peeks out. He spots one of the players. They have the read. It's all up to these two. Valde has died in the meantime, Blair. It comes down to the dynamic duo of Gade and Yugi to try and clutch out the round from this position. It looks like they don't really suspect the close range position from Stewie. The flashbang out, he goes for the face. Gade with a slaughter gets 1, but he's traded back out, and it's up to Yugi to clutch it.
He could do this, Yugi. Full HP. He's got a Molotov as well, but he's got to go for the plays here as he comes barreling in. He finds Naf in midair, plucks his head off. It's all into his 10 HP, and he clutches it out. What a shot from Twist. 3K for him. 10 HP, Jackie. Just a sliver of damage, and he'd been done for, but he will win it out, and he keeps Team Liquid in the game.
That is madness. The fact it's got into that position, it looked like it was going to be one of those moments that they just kind of happen. You get into those scenarios where it's all about the show-stopping play. Gade with the face out. Oh, Blair, it was all there. It was being served to us on a platter, but there is more for Liquid to give. They are not content with giving this one up. Twist, he's a one-man army, and he's proving that this war will continue.
Indeed, he has now reached the 20 frag barrier. So far, Valdi's the only one on the server has done that. Twist and shoring. I thought that was done in Dust.
I thought it was over. It was madness. It was one of those rounds where it just feels like a fitting end point, and it looked like it was going to go that way. Instead, though, we're forced back into a position where North, it's all about the CZs. They're just going to try and sprint in, probably just use that rush tactic. Like a bunch of football hooligans after a night out, they're going to be sprinting in, windmilling, and trying to take down Naf towards short as he sat there with the AWP, scoped on the angle.
The execute comes in, though. Naf doesn't spot the player dropping on down, but Elige should get this kill, finds one, but the flashbang is so good as Valdi finds one, but the trade's definitely favoring Team Liquid. But though that being said, the bomb will get planted, and Yugi with the deagle, AZ as well, and Op, if he picks it up, and yes, he will indeed, Yugi with his weapon of choice, and Twist should be aware of this, that the Op is in the hands of the enemy.
Oh, the near miss on towards Stewie. You've armed a god with his fabled gun, but he can't quite get the shot off. He goes down, and it's up to AZ to try and continue on from here. They jump on the bomb. Stewie just diffusing straight through. A couple of taps, but it's not going to be an elimination. Twists will get it. Stone cold as he holds the angle, fires back through the smoke, and gets the kill. 15-12. Liquid, 3 rounds away. That's all it takes. But again, they're thrown into the mix against a full buy from North. These are the rounds that have been so close.
North need to win one of the 3 remaining, but we've been saying that for a while now,
Yeah.
Jackie. Are they the new Liquid is the question.
I don't know, can you choke in the cold? You know, just, maybe they've frozen. Maybe they need someone to warm them up, Blair, as it's not looking good.
Well, it's not looking good, but still, they are a map and match point, and they do have all the weaponry to work with here. Can they make it work is the question, as Gade is going to be in the lead once more towards short. Do see Nitro rattling off a few bullets towards mid, showing the presence there. Nav, did he get a tag on a Yugi? It looked like he did.
I think so, right? I didn't see a nade, unless it was a HE, but...
Yeah, it could have been a nade
Yeah.
or the op. He does get a tag in, or yeah, whatever. It does a little bit of damage, but they will have to relinquish control of short. In the meantime, North now they have control of short, making their way towards mid. Nice flashbang from Team Liquid, but nothing really to follow it up with. In the meantime, that smoke from the tunnel spray from Kirby, that's going to be a tell that this is most likely going to be a B play here, as Kirby's creeping out.
Oh, the silent assassin in Kirby. It all depends on the timing. He picks up just at the right moment. He gets the kill. Stewie is down and out. Elige gets the trade back onto Gade. Nitro, as he advances out for the side, but Naf, he's been able to get the short control in the meantime. It's a prime time position, and 1 by 1, he has the upper hand until Yugi responds with a headshot. Crisp as ever.
And they're going to be making their way towards short, though, where no one's there. Twist is there waiting below. He needs to land a headshot. It's going to obviously favor Yugi here, but the headshot angle means the M4 is going to come out on top. Yugi's been dropped. Kirby left in a 1v3, 13 seconds on the clock. He's got to find too many, and the Elige will put him to sleep. Team Liquid continue to stay alive, Jackie. 13-15. And North are just not able to close this one out.
This is madness. From the position we were originally in to where we are now, with North using their last pause to talk this one out and decide where they want to go from here, because this has been rough. The only rounds we've seen them nearly winning or find success in have mostly been towards that B site. Once again, it's a near miss when it comes down to it, Blair. It's wild. It really is. I mean, we spoke about the idea that it's only a matter of time until the continued weight breaks the camel's back, right, with Liquid. But this camel's got an iron back, apparently. It's just not giving a damn. It's more like, you know, a Ford van. It's just going for it.
The iron camel as Liquid. They've won 5 in a row. And for those of you who might have lost touch of the score, it was 15-8 for North. They were leading by 7 rounds, but that has been whittled down to just 2, as Team Liquid might just so close to pulling off the impossible. It is going to be a kind of a half buy coming out from North here, and why the hell not? Might as well try and use the utility pistols to have. And looking at the buy, it is of course going to be the B play here. Those CZs can really do a lot of damage, especially the UMPs as well, up close and personal. However, It's Stewie 2K alongside Nitro, ready and waiting. The AWP and the AK ready to sing out loud.
Oh, he gets the first headshot off with the AWP, tries to get the Molotov dashed out as well. Nitro from the window, punishing oh so easily. Gade finally comes back into effect with a CZ. Nitro's done for. Stewie has been stunned and taken out of the equation. You leave yourself in a 3 versus 3. Gade gets the bomb planted. Elige from the elevated angle blur, trying to get an overview.
He did spot out the AWP in the hands of Gade, but now it's given Gade an opportunity to reposition himself. He's taking so much damage from the utility. He's down to 26 HP, but he's got the AWP and AZ trying to be sneaky. Elige spots him out, going for the wall back. AZ somehow dodges death as Valde peeks it out from the window, finds Naf, he finds Twist as well. It's all an Elige in a 1v3, and Gade's gonna put him to rest. North pull off the win. 16-13, they finally managed to close this one out, Jackie. I need to catch my breath after this.